Alright, hello people, I'm the Dude, and this is my review rant for Kick-Ass 2. Love the first one, love this one, that's the short and sweet of it. They're both really, really good. I wouldn't have them change really anything, honestly. I think the only weak thing from the first movie was Red Mist. Red Mist was an irritating, whiny little douche, basically. And he had his purpose in the story, so I can't hate the first movie just for that. But making him the villain in this one was ridiculous. It really was. Luckily, they added in Mother Russia as a real villain. You know, someone who has some kind of power. You know, something to be afraid of. I mean, what does the motherfucker have? He says it himself. He's rich. That's his superpower. He has money, so he can buy other people to fight for him. But, I mean, even that they could have done more with. Yes, he bought Mother Russia, but get someone for Kick-Ass to fight, please. Because the fight between him and the motherfucker is a joke. Have you seen Kick-Ass without his fucking costume on? He is ridiculously ripped. And he's been trained by Hit Girl. He would have just snapped this guy in half. He's literally a 90-pound weakling that has absolutely no training at all. I mean, you saw him when he was with Chuck Liddell earlier in the movie, and he's just getting his ass kicked. Come on. Give Kick-Ass a real villain, please, and get this guy out of the story. I mean, like I said, maybe he was justifiable in the first movie as, like, the bait for Kick-Ass and this, you know, complete wannabe, but in the second movie, come on, you should have got someone better. Really. That's the one nitpick I have, is, you know, the motherfucker as a character was just weak. It's really weak. But the rest of the movie, no complaints. I love that they brought Kick-Ass and Hit Girl back. I love that they switched their roles. In the first one, Kick-Ass was the one who had to deal with real life and was trying to be a superhero, and Hit Girl was the superhero. She was the established one. And then in the second one, it's the exact opposite. She's the one trying to deal with real life, and he's the one trying to be a superhero, like full-time. And it worked. I also love her comeback at the end where she has the face-off with Mother Russia. No one else could have fought Mother Russia. That's what's so great about her. It had to be Hit Girl. No one else stood a chance in hell. Everyone else would have just gotten destroyed. And it was really satisfying. I mean, the climax was good. It could have been better if there was more established villains, like I said, other than Mother Russia. The rest of them were just nameless guys in masks, basically. If they, even like just the core team that motherfucker had earlier in the movie, if they were more established, like the Genghis Khan guy was, you know, super quick, and he was, you know, one of them knew, like, you know, crazy good martial arts. Something special about them that you could, like, latch onto. But no, they might as well just have been more nameless villains, sadly. The superhero team got more of a spotlight, but not much more. I mean, Gravity Man, he's like the earlier version of Kick-Ass when he started. And I think that's his name. No, Dr. Gravity, that's right. Night Bitch was... I don't know what she added to the plot, honestly. She was just there to serve as an example, I guess. But you didn't really need that. I mean, he kills his father, and, you know, that would have brought him back into the fight in and of itself, if anything was. So, I don't know. Her character was fairly superfluous. Jim Carrey's character, he's the new Big Daddy, basically. That's effectively what he is. That's the role he plays. And he plays it pretty well. He downplays it a lot. He could have gone really ridiculous with this role because he is Jim Carrey, but no, he downplayed it a lot. I think it worked. It was effective. Mother Russia killing him was a great scene. Him and the dog and the gangster, great scene. Pretty much any scene with Hit Girl is amazing, especially later on where she saves Kick-Ass, and then, you know, they get the big climactic scene at the end. I just wish this hadn't happened. This was so stupid. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. It would have taken like 10 seconds for him to beat the motherfucker. It would have been more realistic if the motherfucker was like hiding behind his goons and you know, running away, or something, anything. Or there was someone else fighting in his place, but they tried to make it like they were on even terms. They weren't at all. But, yeah, just really good movie. I mean, that's even a nitpick. I can easily overlook his character and how weak it was, just because the rest of the movie was so good. Really fast-paced. There was not a single lull in the entire movie, not one. All the other characters were great for what they were. Some of them were kind of superfluous, but none of them fucked up, you know, any of the scenes or drug the movie down. Hopefully they make more of these, honestly. I'd like to see it again where you jump ahead where they're older again. Like maybe Kick-Ass is, in his late 20s and Hit Girl's in, maybe her early 20s or whatever the age gap is. Something like that. And they have to come back together to fight some real evil this time, not, a running punchline. Someone who's actually a serious threat. Because, in the first movie, his dad really was an evil bastard. And he was a pretty big threat because he had all these goons with lots of artillery. In this one, it was just this joke right here, running around gathering up guys in masks. I really wanted a better villain. Hopefully the next one will give us that. Plus, at this point, by the end of the movie, Kick-Ass he's coming into his own. He doesn't really need Hit Girl anymore. So it'll be interesting to see where they go with that. I mean, he could be as good as Hit Girl eventually. Maybe not as good as her, but you get the idea. He could be his own badass. Yeah. Plus, I'm curious who the next Big Daddy / Jim Carrey is going to be. What was his name in this? I'm trying to remember. It's like Colonel or General or something like that. One of the, designations, whatever. But they'll probably keep that going too. There'll be some, big name actor who plays the father figure or, the de facto leader or whatever. Someone like that who probably gets killed. They could bring like Russell Crowe in or something. But yeah, bottom line, I hope they don't end the series yet. I really don't. I want to see more of the supporting cast too, like what was his name? The friend with like the SWAT shield or whatever. He kind of plays this like half-assed, wannabe superhero in this, where he's just kind of there most of the time in the background. But if he came into his own, he could be a badass too. Honestly, all the supporting cast. Dr. Gravity and Night Bitch, they could do it where they're all older and they're all established superheroes at this point, where they all know what they're doing, and bring them in as like a real team up against a serious villain, like some super mob boss or some terrorist or something like that. They could do that with the next movie. That'd be great. I would love that. Because at this point they can't go backwards. They can't go back to the innocence thing where they're just kids. That's past. They've got to do something new with it. But, yeah, I love Kick-Ass too. Really good. Maybe even slightly better than the original. Although the original doesn't have half-pint Hit Girl destroying dudes, so I don't know. In this one, she's actually grown up a bit. So, I don't know. It's hard to say. But, yeah, really good stuff. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.